Good morning. Buenos dias. Welcome to Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church. I'm Reverend Katie McQuage-Loukas, and my pronouns are she and hers. It's funny because I know there's like 1 million people in this building right now, and like they all need to be in here, but that's okay. They're getting ready for our fall festival, and I am deeply appreciative of that. As the wheel of the year turns, darkness grows and night increases. At this turning of the seasons, we consider our own relationship with the growing darkness. This is a time to turn inward, to consider who we are and where we have come from. In many cultures across the world, there are moments to pause and take stock of our sense of place, our sense of time, and our sense of lineage. This week includes several holidays, holy days. Samhain is the Celtic pagan name. For the Norse, it is winter nights. In the cultures that see preceding darkness as the beginning of a period of time, such as a new day beginning at sunset, this is the start of a new year. The barriers between the living and the dead are understood to be thinner in this time as we reach back to honor our ancestors. The barriers are also thinner between human beings and the spirits of the land, and we honor them as well. The Christian calendar includes All Saints and All Saints' Eve and All Souls, collectively called All Hallowtide, and we'll celebrate those next week along with Dia de los Muertos, the Mexican expression of the season, as we specifically honor the losses in our own congregation over the past year. Today, we honor the pagan traditions and all our beloved dead, ancestors of blood, body, but also spirit and heart. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you have arrived here today in body or mind or spirit, whether you're joining us here in person or online, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Bienvenidos aquí. If it is your first time or your 500th time, you are welcome here. We are glad that you are here, and we are glad to be here together. My opening words this morning are by Andrea Hawkins Camper. Gather we now into this space, this time when the wheel turns and the veil shatters. Gather we now to remember, to grieve, to prophecy, to complete our harvest before the long dark comes. Gather we now to tell the old stories and sing the old songs, to be as we have always been, the voice of our people. Gather we now to celebrate that which was, that which is, and that which will be. Gather we now, as we have always done, united by story and bound by love.
Dearly beloveds, my name is Joss Bergeron Bispano, and I am the vision keeper for our Thistle and Honey Covenant of UU Pagans at Bay Area UU Church. With us also representing cups today, several people in our audience, and CJ Vasquez, our circle keeper, Melissa Magdaleno, our keeper of the scales, and another member and friend, Shanti Kumar Myron. As UUs, it is our tradition to begin our service by lighting the chalice flame as a symbol of our sacred time together. As CJ carries the flame from our source candle to our chalice, and we have heard those beautiful words from Andrea Hawkins Kemper, that we are gathering now into this space, that we are here intentionally in this sacred time together. Thank you, CJ. As pagans, we consecrate our space by calling the cardinal directions, invoking the elements associated with each direction, which we will do now with our gestures and as we light candles together in song, as we all stand, as you're willing and able, to sing number 1067 in the teal hymnal, Mother Earth, Beloved Garden, also projected the lyrics on the wall.
Good morning. My name is CJ, and I'm comfortable with any and all pronouns. Please join me in reading our covenant together, this time in English. Our covenant brings us together. It is who we are, and it starts with love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship. Thus do we covenant with one another. So mote it be. Buenos días. Me llamo CJ y me siento cómodo con todos los pronombres. Ahora, por favor, acompáñeme a leer nuestro convenio, esta vez en español. Nuestro convenio nos une, es quienes somos y comienza con el amor. Es la doctrina de esta iglesia. La búsqueda de la verdad es su sacramento y el servicio es su oración. Vivir en paz, en comunidad, buscar el conocimiento en libertad, servir a la humanidad en fraternidad. Así es como pactamos entre nosotros. Bendito sea. Our story for all ages today does not have a name, nor technically a known author. I may have written it down, but I cannot take credit for it. It's hard to explain, but it was told to me by the mountains of Guatemala. It spoke to my soul so much that I put it in writing, and I will read it to you, straight from my personal grimoire. This is a story without a voice, a story told without being spoken. This is a story given from the whispers of Sheila, divinely shared to be told to you. One night, a young Maya girl sat before the photos of her family. Her ofrenda was adorned with candles and flowers. She shook her mother's rattle and burned her father's favorite incense, copal. She waited to hear their voice or see them in front of her, but nothing happened. How she missed them. But why could she not see them? She knew of the stories her people shared. She knew that although they were not with her right now, they were not truly gone. But she needed to see them. I will come and find you again, she said. I promise. So the next morning, she set out on her way to the only place she was sure to find them. With a bag packed, she set foot to La Laguna Chicabal. Chicabal, a lake set in the crater of a dormant volcano, is one of the most sacred sites known to the Maya people in Guatemala. It is a spiritual place, a portal between our world and the spirit world. There she could speak to her family one more time. Her trek began at the base of El Volcán Chicabal. She entered the dense forest, past the pine trees that reminded her of the incense her mother used to burn. She stopped to take it all in when she heard a twig snapping behind her. She turned to see a jaguar staring directly into her eyes. She stood frozen in fear. Maintaining eye contact and backing away slowly, she suddenly remembered her mother's rattle that she had packed in her bag. She pulled it out, made herself as big as she could, and shook the rattle, making as much noise as possible. The jaguar, annoyed by the clatter and startled, turned and ran away. Thank you, dear jaguar, for letting me pass safely, she said, and a small amount of bread was laid on the ground as an offering. She continued on her journey. While walking a long time, she came to a ceiba tree, the sacred tree of life, as well as her father's favorite. She stopped to camp for the rest of the night. As she fell asleep, she could have sworn she heard a high-pitched giggling around her. It must be my imagination, she thought, and drifted off to sleep. In the morning, she packed everything back up to continue her quest. Before long, she noticed the ceiba tree. As she got closer, she noticed the scuff marks on the ground from where she had camped the night before. She had gone in a circle. Frustrated, she let out a loud sigh and kept walking. Meanwhile, a high-pitched giggling echoed around her. "There it is again," she said. "Am I imagining this a second time?" But she heard nothing else, so she kept going. Before long, she noticed the same ceiba tree. Again, she had gone in a circle, but how? She had been going up the volcano this entire time. This made no sense. And again, the high-pitched giggling echoed. Then she realized what had happened. And Alux, trickster spirits from the mountains, had prevented her from leaving this spot. She reached into her bag and pulled out her father's sweet-smelling copal incense. "Please forgive me, guardians of this mountain. I forgot your offering," she said as she lit incense in reverence. The smoke wafted in the air as the wind carried it up the mountain. She followed the smoke in a direction she did not take last time to finally get moving, making progress to the top of the volcano. After traveling for so long, she finally made it to the top of El Volcán Chicabal. She removed her shoes and traveled down the stone steps to get to the lake to see her family again. On the way, she passed other ofrendas adorned with candles, stones, flowers, and gifts that others had made for their ancestors. She made sure to stop at each one and share a moment of respect. When she finally arrived at the lake, she was so tired from the journey, she laid at the bank, fell asleep, and dreamed. Through the mist of the lake around her and the whispers of the trees, two figures came forward from the distance. "Nan, tata," she screamed. Her mother and father stretched out their arms to hug their little girl. "I came all the way here to see you again. Why have you not come to me when I need you?" "Nak alal, my beautiful daughter," said her mother. "Who do you think scared away the jaguar? And who do you think guided you away from the ceiba tree?" said her father. "You kept us alive by remembering all that we have taught you. We are in the sound of the rattle and the smoke of the incense. We are all around you. We never left. You just forgot where to look. Thank you."
That was a beautiful offering. Thank you. I have a meditation for us called The Last Leaf by David Horst. Once, many gray autumns ago, I came upon a tree. The tree, a poplar, had dropped all its leaves but for one, just one. Exactly one leaf remained near the topmost part of the tree, fluttering in the breeze like a little red-brown flag. All of the other leaves lay on the ground or had blown away. I stopped and looked and marveled at the sight. I wonder what the odds might be that I was the one person who happened to arrive at that one tree at that one moment when one leaf remained. What were the odds? I felt an instant kinship with the one leaf. I admired its stubbornness. I spoke quietly, "Hang on, never give up, don't let go." I gazed at the last leaf for a time, though I did not stay to witness its falling. I didn't want to witness its falling. The leaf was not ready to let go, and neither was I, though I knew we both would, in time, let go. I praised the last leaf on that autumn day many years ago when I was still young. I walked on slowly. Imperceptibly, a sense of calm came over me, a sense of acceptance, a sense of peace. The exuberance of summer is gone. Grand plans and high hopes give way to chilly reality. We loved as best we could. We've reaped as much as we could. We've traveled life's journey as far as we could. We count our blessings and our losses. All leaves must fall. The circle of the year comes round. Our hemisphere tilts away from the sun. Green turns to gold. Life returns to the soil. Animals retreat, the nights grow long. The natural world lies fallow. The season of letting go comes as it always comes. Winter begins.
Let me apologize. I have a bit of a respiratory thing going on with my allergies. Bear with me. So happy Samhain, everyone. Halloween, or Samhain, is, for us pagans, our time of year. Not only are witches one of the ultimate symbols of the season, but it is also perhaps our most sacred holiday due to its deep significance to our ancestors. It is so important that many consider it the witch's new year. What else would you expect from the season of the witch? The veil between the world of the living and the world of those who have passed on before us is so thin at this time of year, we need only reach out and hold their hand. Now is a perfect time to connect with them by keeping their memory alive, or more directly, as is typical for us witches, by actively conversing with them. You may also be wondering about this empty chair. This chair is a throne for any of our dearly departed to join us in our sacred space, either in spirit or in spirit. Please join me right now in speaking their names out loud all at once so they may come and worship together with us. Willa Lewis, James and John Woodson, and Jackie. Now is a perfect time to reflect on what you believe happens after this life. How many of you hold a belief in heaven? Great. How many believe in some form of reincarnation? Beautiful. And who among you hold no belief in an afterlife? Beautiful. How about those of you who are still a little unsure? Well, we, not only as UUs, but as pagans as well, firmly believe that all those beliefs are valid, and we want all of you to feel represented today. Whatever your beliefs, we can see the circle of life with our own eyes. One life shed may become nourishment for another, helping plants grow and animals thrive. It reminds us that there's no true end, only a new chapter. Truly, the only constant is change. So today we invite you to share a ritual with us, candles and stones. As usual, give the stone something you wish to come to its inevitable end, and drop it into our blessed moon water to cleanse it away. Then let the candle represent the rebirth of positive change in your life, or light it for any other reason. We welcome you, all is valid. Finally, for those of you who brought photos of your ancestors, let us place them on the altar for remembrance and reverence. As always, raise your hand if you would like a candle or stone brought to you, or if you would like us to take your photo and place it up here for you. And just for fun, Joss and I have prepared a duet for you, Come Little Children, from one of my favorite movies, Hocus Pocus. Come as you are able.
And now our prayer and song. We'll sing together, seated. It's number 96 in your gray hymnal. I cannot think of them as dead. We're going to do verses 1 and 2, and the lyrics will also be on the wall.
I have a responsive reading for us. It's in the back of the gray hymnal, number 720, 720. It is We Remember Them from Roland B. Gittleson. Again, it's number 720. Please join in with me on the italicized text. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. And I don't have enough room up here to talk and hold a hymnal. A lot of moving parts today. So in older eras and colder climates, we would be gathering in the last of our harvest. We would be taking stock of what we had gathered for our own use and our consumption, and we'd be celebrating by eating all the things that wouldn't keep. We would take stock of what we had set aside for animals and counting our livestock, deciding how many to keep through the winter and how many to eat. The balance at this time of year is between preservation and celebration. The feasts and bonfires are tinged with an awareness of the fragility of our human lives in the face of winter. The complete lack of function at our federal government right now means that food benefits will halt on November 1st. Though we live in a world that could feed everyone, that food is not evenly distributed. The government, supposedly our government, has made a choice to withhold food from those in need. The winter season has always focused on both gratitude and generosity, acknowledging what we have and sharing it. Harvest festivals, Thanksgiving, Christmas. There has always been uneven distribution, but we are supposed to try to make that better. We are here today because our ancestors survived. Whoever they were, wherever they were, they lived and they had children, and ultimately we exist because of them. We also exist because of the generosity and cooperation that made it possible for our ancestors to survive. Whatever our own particular ancestors may have done, and I'm sure many of us have some we're not entirely proud of, somewhere along the way there were acts of care and support that enabled survival. Most of us had ancestors that migrated to seek better lives. Those migrants built communities who took in more people, sending for cousins or siblings or friends, people who were fleeing poverty or famine or oppression. Because this is what human beings do. We seek to survive, and we also seek to help others survive. We gather in communities to build structures of care and support. We also compete for resources and we make war on each other, and that is part of our human legacy too. All too often, building community is made by taking or excluding. Our ancestors were often oppressors as much as oppressed. This moment of taking stock, of thinking about who we are and where we come from, is, as it has always been, a season of choice. We choose what to preserve and what to celebrate. We choose how we will build our communities. We choose who to bring into the circle of care and how. We are here in this place and in this time, gathered in this sanctuary because we long to be people of care and cooperation, not people of competition. We dream of a world of justice and equity where everyone has enough. We too are ancestors, whether of bodies or spirit, The choices we make in our lives will echo through our descendants, just as we have received the echoes of the choices of our ancestors. When we are in our immediate moments of grief, we often consider the ways that those we have lost have shaped us. We remember the gifts we have received from our own beloved dead. Today, think of the gifts you have received, but also think of the gifts you wish to give. What mark is it you would make on this world? What choices will you make in your life to shape the world our descendants will inherit? The world is not entirely in our hands. There are people not in this room with their own needs and desires to shape the world. But the world is not totally beyond our control either, and there are places we may act to impact our communities, our neighbors, and our friends. Entering this season in this particular year feels dark to me in ways beyond the literal. I mourn not only my beloved dead, but also many of the ideals I inherited about this nation. I mourn the institutions being demolished and the ones that are crumbling under pressure. There are many choices being made right now that are not the ones I would make. But periods of darkness and disintegration also make room for the new. Part of this season of death and remembrance is the realization that what has gone will not return, at least not in the same form. We know that life grows in those places. We know that transformation requires the release of what was to make space for what will be. And what will arise is never fully determined. It's always shaped by changing circumstances, including our own choices. In the season ahead of us, remember that we are bound in community. This means that if you are in need, if you are one of those people about to lose access to food in mere days, if you're not getting paid right now, if rising prices are pushing you to the brink, generous folks in this community fund an account. I can just give you money, just so you know. That's what church is for. It's what the fund is for. And if you're one of the people thanking your stars that you're okay right now, look for ways to lift up others. Our local food banks are about to be in desperate straits. They need money. They'll take food, but if you fund them, they can buy more, they can buy exactly what they need, and they can do it at cheaper prices, so that is often more effective. So call them, email them, ask them what they need, ask them what volunteer support they need, and round up a couple of folks in the pews with you. I hesitate to point us to one particular location because I know that in this room we've got people from Alvin, people from Baytown, people from Texas City, and yes, people from Clear Lake, and that's a lot of food banks. I know we're all looking around right now and experiencing our own mourning and anguish and distress, and that grief is real. This is a moment to be good ancestors and good neighbors and friends. It is necessary to sit with our grief for the people we love, but also for the world we love. But even as we look back at what once was, our grief must point us forward to what will be. What legacies will we leave behind? What kind of ancestors will we choose to be? Our own moment of sharing and community support right now today is through Sharing the Plate. At least once a month, we reach out to an organization that shares our values and does some of the work in the world that we want to see done. And I'd like to invite Hillary Graham to come forward and tell us about Higher Up Texas. Again, this is Sharing the Plate. Whatever you put in the plate, half goes to the church, half goes to Higher Up Texas. Come tell us about it.
Good morning. I have been a member of our community for 9.5 years. I walked in one day and I fell in love. And being here helped me mature in my spiritual journey. I am a retired Catholic. I don't know if it was by force or what, but as I grew up into my own life, I felt that my values were misaligned a bit. And when I came here, I felt a safe space. And y'all have always welcomed me, my children, visitors that I bring with me. But most importantly, this is a space of the things we want to see in the world. You know, it's not hopes and prayers and thoughts and all of that, it's action. And that's what we do here. And I say all that gratitude because I truly mean that, but it helped shape me in developing the organization Higher Up Texas. This is what my 7th year speaking about it up here before you all, and there's been an evolution of the program, but we are a nonprofit and we teach teens how to adult. And we on-ramp them into careers so they can access upward mobility and break their own poverty cycles. Wow, they're doing it themselves. They had some tools along the way, some guidance and some encouragement, and they realized, I can do this. We are serving the communities of Dickinson, Texas City, and Lamarck. We began with 27 high school seniors at Dickinson in 2019 and thought, wow, let's see if this works. And it did, and we have had over 800 now. It's grown a lot. And it's grown because so many people care about the people we're working with. And in our program, it's not top-down leadership where those people should do this. Why didn't those people do that? Why didn't those people listen to what we said? We're all together. It's side by side. And that's what makes things effective. Asking what works best. That was a great idea. Okay, bring you in. You're a leader. And so without anything else about what our program does, y'all know, you know me, you know what we're doing. Y'all have even helped us with environmental justice issues. We acquired a building last year, and Peter and his crew helped me make it more green sanctuary. We have recycling, and we use a Brita pitcher, and we even have LED lights installed, so thank you all for doing that as well. But I invited Allie. Allie is one of our original huts from that 27 students that test ran this program many years ago. And now she is on our board of directors. So technically she's my boss, so tell her good things. But I'd like her to, I'd like for the story to be told through one of our own members' eyes.
Hello, everyone. So HUT has definitely made an impact on the community. I obviously started in that first class just because I so happened to be in the class that HUT chose to be involved with. And every day since, I have thanked everyone involved. The community and the network has made all the difference. I now have a job, actually a career, if anything, and HUT kind of allowed me to get to that, and I'm ever so thankful. I am obviously as well a board member, which is probably, it doesn't happen very often within nonprofit, so I think that is definitely an added bonus. Due to this church's love and compassion and values and things of that sort, I think HUT has definitely grown in the way that we were destined to, and I just want to say thank you to all of you for your time and effort, and any amount of either donation that you've done or anything along those lines. HUT has, again, such an impact on this community because we're growing a generation that lacks community. I think we can all probably say that is true. And I think through Hillary's work, through everyone else that is involved in all of the huts, the mini huts. We are definitely doing what we can to make this world and this community better, and I think that you are all to be thanked as well.
We acknowledge with gratitude and humility the resources focused here today, dedicated to supporting the work we do for the good of our community and beyond. We are glad to come together with intention and generosity, witnessing and celebrating all we have done and all there is yet to do. Together we bless these offerings by singing. This gift of abundance in my life blesses me, our ministries, and the world. And now we have some announcements. Is there anyone who will be speaking for Family Promise? Okay. So we have Sonia here to come up and speak about the upcoming Dia de los Muertos fiesta, which is next week.
So I'm Sonia Hernandez, and I think this is the 5th or 6th year of Day of the Dead. But there's a short article in your order of service about what's going to happen on the Day of the Dead. Fabulous food as usual. And this year we have food from the East and from Africa as well. There's still one country in Africa that has the official language of Spanish, so we're having food from that country, a dish, as well as everything from North, Central, and South America. But there's going to be an addition. We will have our chivalrous, valiant caballero, who is Jeff right there, who's going to dance with Lady Santa Muerte, okay? But we will also have Lady of the Dead, and she will be a special guest. I feel like Stephen Colbert, I have a special guest. But in addition to that, excuse me, we will be partnering with a group that is called Disappeared in America, and we will be celebrating the lives of the 22 people that have died in detention, okay? So come join us for that. Also, we're collecting toys for Pancho Claus, so bring a toy. Thank you.
Many thanks to everyone who showed up for the blood drive on October 19th. We collected 14 units of whole blood plus 3 double red or plasma donations, and so those count as 2H, so that's 20 total units, enough to help up to 60 people. Yay! If you donate at another time, you can still credit Bay Area UUC by using code E905. So get ready for one of the most fun and meaningful events of the year, our BAUUC service auction. This is one big event, and you can take part in 2 easy steps. Step 1, donate a service, talent, or item using the QR code on the slide in the order of service or in the weekly briefs. Step 2, come join us for the service auction. It's on Saturday, November 15th at 3 p.m. in Cockrell Hall. Enjoy appetizers, good company, and the chance to bid on creative offerings from your BAUUC friends. Childcare is provided, and it's BYOB. Tickets are free, but please reserve yours so that we know how much food to repair. If you've never been before, just ask around. Everyone will tell you how much fun it is. If you have any questions, you can email serviceauction@bauuc.org. Everyone's welcome to come, bid, and celebrate our beloved community, even if you don't have a service to donate. There are slips on your chairs or nearby, and that is for you to consider what you will be offering for the service auction. This Wednesday at 7 p.m., come for a Halloween edition of Team Trivia with Cliff Grimm and Chris Rubley. Yay, welcome back, Chris. Teams are assigned at random. There will be prizes and Halloween treats. That's this Wednesday at 7. And a new beginning music theory for adults with Clara Farrell. Yay! Also starts Wednesday, November 5th. At 6:15 p.m. in the church library. Details are in the order of service and this week's email. Yay, Clara. The annual Fall Festival is today. It's going to start in just a minute, right after the service. Everyone is invited. Enjoy games, great food, and our famous baked goods auction. The fellowship hall has lots of goodies all lined up on the tables. The details are in the order of service and this week's email. Oops. That's not right. All proceeds go to UNICEF in honor of Brenda Cockrell, who helped make this a joyful part of our church lives. And there's a couple pagans doing divination readings and fortune telling in one of those rooms. We've got a bouncy house, all kinds of good stuff out there. BAUUC is proud to host Clear Lake P-Flag Group. That's today at 2 p.m. in the sanctuary right here. P-Flag offers support for LGBTQ plus individuals, their families, and allies. All are welcome to attend. And if you're new to BAUUC and want to stay connected, scan the QR code on the screen to sign up for our weekly email. It's the easiest way to keep up with everything that's happening here. And now we will sing together, Rise as You're Able and Willing, number 1051, We Are. In the teal hymnal, also the lyrics are on the screen.
My closing words today are by Kevin Jago. When the candle dims, the wax almost spent, the light turns amber like a sunset, still it provides light, still it provides heat, still it can kindle new flame and pass its glow on and contribute to new illumination. When sunsets turn to new days, when seasons transform all, when the candle dims, all is not lost. Hope continues, uncertain and true, like candlelight ready to spark again. May we go forth and be sparks of our own, spreading the warmth of our hearts and the illumination of truth, joy, and peace. Go in peace. May it be so, and blessed be.